It's the same. You remain as awareness, but awareness has to be realized as awareness, and it's that then that takes you to self-realization. Yeah, it's as awareness you come to know the true union of reality. The body mind can't do anything in that area, and no attachment to the body mind can do that either. But you can develop incredible concepts in the mind that could lead to you suddenly being aware. But even with the most amazing concepts, they are useful. But you are left simply as awareness, and awareness being the experience, and only awareness that can go through to truth association, to true being. And then as a being and the awareness, the body mind starts to clear out as the body mind starts to come into truth association as well, and you start to experience that divine union within anything you're doing, anything you're doing, whether it's you're having a good day or a bad day. That light never dims or goes out. It's permanent and undifferentiated, and in its true association, it's not here. So it's always happy. But the thing with the body mind is that they associate happiness with a smile and feeling good, with a feeling association, but it's not. You're already happy. You always have been. Even with these tensions that fixate upon a natural phenomena arising, awareness is always happy. It's a true knowledge. And it's only that can truth associate and as truth directly experience the body mind. It all becomes one. All of it, the whole thing starts to become one experience. You know, what you associate to as reality, the awareness knows it is it and of it, and it comes to see that it's the experience of the forms arising. But this separation to attach and to possess is what stands in the way, and that doesn't go completely. It can for some people. They can have gigantic awakenings or whatever, but that's rare, obviously. But really, it starts with, as it did with me, really. But then it happened very quickly. But it started with being aware that any attachment to the body mind, in relation to that, in the reality that could not transcend itself, there could be no greater reality attached to my body mind other than my memory or my thoughts. When I saw that, I then, in that last analysis, remained as awareness. I remained as awareness. And I had no idea what was going to happen. I just remained as awareness and saw that tension that demanded attachment to the body mind to maintain identity. All of that went into dissolution. It dissipated because I didn't believe in it. I let go of it, and there was nothing feeding it. So there was a huge dissipation. But the principle remains the same. The principle, even on a small thing, remains the same. You don't need a big awakening. You just need awareness, and to know that awareness, through attachment to the body mind, cannot transcend itself or enter into the big reality of true truth association. So awareness first, remain as I am. And that light, although obscured by many fires and tensions to pull you into separation, come to discriminate, let it go. And when you don't identify with it, it starts to go through dissolution. The I thought starts to fall away. Awareness is already awakened. But there comes a point then where the ultimate truth association occurs, and no one knows when that can happen. That's between you and God. That's between you and reality. But preparing the way is remain as awareness. It's so simple. The ego just falls over it, trips over it. The ego trips over it. Because the ego, it's caught up in the mind and it sees its reflection in the mind. So you've got this mental awareness talking to you all the time going, what's he on about? There's got to be something more than awareness. And there's this internal dialogue going, you know. And it's like mental awareness, but that's not the awareness I'm talking about. The awareness I'm talking about is what comes first. What do you really know? What is it that you can only know? And that's this present moment, this very moment of existence that's joyful, that is always that, despite what you feel, what you think, what's happening in the world even. It's always happy. But it's not a happy with an effect. It's not a happiness with a smile. It's a happiness of knowing that it's indivisibly indifferent to anything appearing. It is the experience of anything appearing, but it remains indifferent and permanent. That's happiness. That's the joy of this moment. You know, I said to someone the other day about happiness. I said, I don't base happiness on anything. I don't base it on anything. It's only this I thought that through fulfillment wants happiness. You know, that's part of our developing the ego. That's part of our developing a personal sense of self, person-centered self. But when you mature and you grow up and you remain as awareness, that no longer occurs. You're happy, always. Despite what's happening, doesn't matter. It remains unqualified. Someone's left. Ah, okay. She must have something to do. Okay, so don't underestimate awareness. Okay. Just don't be fooled by the self-reflective awareness in the mind. The mind reflects awareness, but caught up in the mind, it thinks itself. It gives the illusion that the mind is thinking itself, gives you a narrative, a voice. Don't worry about that. It's just a pattern. If you can remain as awareness, slowly that starts to fall away. And what's left is just the mind being self-evident of what's truly experiencing. That's the process. That's tapas. What can you add or take from awareness? Once you learn to discriminate, dissolution. Dissolution is a joyful thing. It's wonderful. You'll see it. You'll just feel. You'll learn to feel. Be vulnerable. Just feel. What is it in the body? It's coming up. Allowing it to come into truth association as awareness being experienced. It starts to remodify. It starts to change. To come in alignment to what you feel, even deeper than yourself. That tendency to possess will gradually starts to fall away, and your light becomes more what you know, more what's experiencing, and then that complete shift can occur, that complete falling away of all attachment or whatever can occur at whatever time that is.